For the first time, there's now a pill specifically for postpartum depression, a debilitating condition that affects about 500,000 women in the U.S. each year. The FDA approved the pill zuranolone, which will be marketed under the brand name Zurzuvae. Clinical data shows the medication works in as little as 3 days, significantly faster than the 2 weeks it generally takes antidepressants to start working. Maternal mental health experts hope this, along with the fact that the pill will only need to be taken for 2 weeks, will encourage more patients to seek and accept treatment. Let's bring in infectious disease specialist Dr. Kristin Englund. Dr. Englund, first of all, help me pronounce the name of this drug because this is a major breakthrough.
Oh, it absolutely is a tremendous breakthrough for postpartum depression. It's called zuranolone or Zurzuvae.
Zuranolone or Zurzuvae. So this is something that will be instrumental in helping many new mothers possibly deal with postpartum depression.
Absolutely. As you mentioned, nearly 500,000 women develop postpartum depression every single year. And that's huge numbers. And it's not just the baby blues, as sometimes people refer to it as. This is much more severe than that and can cause a lot of problems with with mothers being able to bond with their babies and sometimes can, end up in self-harm for the mothers themselves. It happens because right after delivery, a woman's levels of a hormone called progesterone drop pretty dramatically. So this new medication, Zurzuvae, is a breakthrough drug. It's a neuroactive steroid that reacts like progesterone. And as you mentioned, it can act within as little as 3 days and really help these women get through this very devastating time period.
How soon can we expect to see the medication available to patients?
Well, it's been approved. I think right now they're still working on a lot of the marketing issues and preparing the cost that this is going to be. And hopefully this will be something that is not cost prohibitive for most people.
Dr. Englund, I can tell you that I think the first time I became familiar with postpartum depression was when we heard actress Brooke Shields speak out about it some years ago. That I think that really put it on the national stage. I think that so many were just unaware that people go through it or they make light of it. Oh, the baby blues, everybody gets it. But it can vary from woman to woman, yes?
Absolutely. And I think it's really important that people understand that this is something they need to screen for. If a woman is feeling depressed, not bonding with her baby, not getting back into relationships with family members, she needs to bring that up to her OB or she needs to bring it up to her primary care doctor. There's also a national maternal mental health hotline that people need to be aware of. And if you have any questions or concerns that this might be postpartum depression, I encourage women to please bring it up. Don't just write it off as the baby blues. It could be something much more severe.
Dr. Englund, a 17-year-old Georgia Star student died last month after contracting a brain-eating amoeba while swimming in a lake. Her name was Megan Abernoth. Now, she began experiencing severe headaches just 4 days after swimming, later experiencing fevers and loss of balance, according to reports. Now, doctors said her symptoms were caused by an amoeba that swims up your nose and colonizes in your brain. It is reportedly 97% fatal. Now, Megan's passing is Georgia's 6th amoeba-related death since 1962. What's happening in these situations? Tell us more about this amoeba and where they're usually found.
So the name of the amoeba is Naegleria fowleri. And it is something that is not necessarily new, but we're starting to see it a bit more widespread. It is something that can be found, this free-living amoeba can be found in any state. And we have seen it from everywhere from Florida up to Minnesota. So it can be found. It's found in fresh water, though, not salt water. And the warmer the weather, the more likely this Naegleria is to be able to reproduce and grow. So the concern is that while we've only seen somewhere between 0 and 5 cases of this every single year over the last number of decades, with global warming and warmer weather, are we going to start to see warmer lake temperatures and further growth of this amoeba?
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.